Twins faults Blue Jays in game 2 of this 3-game series. It's knotted up at 1 with the finale coming Sunday. Let's break this one down on today's Locked On Twins postcast.
You are Locked On Twins postcast, part of Locked On Sports Minnesota, your team every day.
And welcome to another edition of our Locked On Twins postcast. Today is Saturday, June 4th. I'm the host of Locked On Twins, Nash Walker, here with writer and reporter at Access Twins, Brandon Warren. BetOnline.net is your number one source for all your betting stats and sports info. Find all the latest sports developments, news, and odds, including this year's basketball championship matchup, the NHL Hockey Conference Finals, Major League Baseball, and of course, all the latest fighting news from MMA and UFC to boxing. Go to betonline.net. BetOnline is where the game starts. Twins fall today, Brandon, to the Blue Jays in game 2. It was an impressive win last night. They won 9-3. Today they lose 12-2. And José Berríos was awesome in this. Sorry, 12-3.
They did. They squeezed.
I thought it was 12-3. I was like, is it 3 or 2-3?
Yeah, no,
we'll
they
take
squeezed.
3.
Mark
José Berríos was awesome in this one.
Yeah, and Mark Contreras got his second RBI without the benefit of a big league hit yet. So don't sell him short.
I'm sorry, Mark.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, hopefully he's listening. Yeah, they made it look like they were going to get to Berríos early, and then after the first inning, it was zeros until the 9th when they squeezed one across. And in between, Toronto did everything you'd expect this offense to do, and maybe taking out some of their frustrations from earlier in the season to get those numbers back up to where we would expect. But there was a time in this game where the Twins had recorded 11 outs and given up 11 hits. So to their credit, only 5 more hits after that. If you're looking at that, sure, very successful. The rest of the measures, though, not so much.
We knew coming in, Brandon, the matchups pitching-wise in this series are extremely lopsided in all 3 games. Maybe Sunday the least, but Gausman's been a Cy Young candidate in the American League to this point. Devin Smeltzer going to go tomorrow, but today certainly Bundy against Berríos, who hasn't been very good this year, but I think Twins fans have seen what Berríos did today quite a bit in the past.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, even the struggles, he would give up home runs at time, and that was kind of the concern with him as a prospect, is how the plane of his fastball would play at his height. So, yeah, we saw basically, vintage José Berríos today, and except I think he set a career high with strikeouts, so we haven't seen that many, but everything else checked all the boxes of what, 1, we saw at peak Berríos, and 2, the Berríos that Toronto was trading for last year in July or early August, whatever the deadline was. So, yeah, very, very impressive. And not only that, but to dig out of what was an early 2-0 hole and score 12 straight runs before the Twins could answer. I mean, hats off to the Blue Jays across the board, starting with José Berríos.
Dylan Bundy, pretty obvious early on, no breaking ball command. He throws a weird changeup. Bo Bichette just destroyed in the first inning. That was the start of a big, big outing for the Blue Jays offense today, and especially against Dylan Bundy. Brandon, the ERA is at 5.57. We thought this might be possible for Bundy. I think the ERA might be inflated because he's had some of these starts where he just gets ambushed, and then he's had some good starts sprinkled in. But where are you at with Bundy in this rotation? Twins are so banged up, but when Joe Ryan comes back, Sonny Gray comes back, hopefully Winder's back, you would think that's going to push Bundy out.
Yeah, I don't know how many guys they'll push out, if they will push out 1, if they'll push out 2. You can make a case for Chris Archer too, but honestly, it's 1A and 1B at this point. The only really encouraging thing was that the velo looked better today, and it was 92s and 93s. So not exactly what you're going to be still excited about. It's just an improvement on his, I think it was 89.7 average coming into today. Yeah, there were a few things I didn't like with the Twins pitching staff today. I thought they messed around with Cavan Biggio way too much with 3-ball, 2-strike, breaking balls, changeups. It was Janier Cano. It wasn't just one time. And I know this guy's hitting $159. He's not going to hit like that forever. But you're loading the bases to face George Springer. Why? Go get the guy. Go get the number 9 hitter. That was so frustrating to me today.
This lineup on the Blue Jays side is so right-handed. It's incredible. Biggio, the one lefty at the bottom there. I think the only lefty in their lineup today. I think that does benefit the Twins pitching staff. It benefited them last night, but just not so much today. I want to talk about Sunday. But first, with spring in the air and now summer, it's a time of renewal and growth personally and professionally. As your small business grows, LinkedIn Jobs is here to make it easier to find the people you want to talk to faster and for free. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the candidates you want to talk to faster. Did you know every week, nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn? Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedonmlb. That's linkedin.com/lockedonmlb to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Let's talk about Sunday's finale, Brandon. They split the first two. Twins show up, hit a bunch of homers in game one. Jorge Polanco was on the board. That was it until Mark Contreras had that RBI ground out. But now we look towards Sunday, and it's Kevin Gausman with that nasty splitter. I think you might see a more right-handed lineup from the Twins, especially with Max Kepler out. But what are you expecting out of the Twins offense on Sunday?
Yeah, it's hopefully what I had expected in this one, because I think Gausman's been better than Berríos to this point. So, I mean, not a lot of things make sense, though. You wouldn't have expected the Twins to win last night's game in the fashion they did. You would have expected them to have a better chance against Berríos, who struggled. So for all we know, they're going to go out and score 8 runs tomorrow, 6 off Gausman, and then tack on a couple late, because it just seems to be that way. But I also am just, I'm not inspired by a bottom third of Contreras, Jeffers, and Palacios. That just does not do it for me. I still think, like I've said on and on and on, this team is talented enough and deep enough that they can overcome some of this stuff. But that did not include guys not being vaccinated to fill out this lineup. And I mean, those guys don't make a 9-run difference on a daily basis, but I think they're probably going to get some sideways looks when the rest of the team comes back down. Like, listen, you kind of left us out high and dry, and that's certainly frustrating. So we'll see what the offense has tomorrow, but and even Nick Gordon, 6th. That's not a good one either. So there's a good reason why they scored 3 runs and only 3 runs today.
So Gausman, we know, splitter is one of the best splitters in baseball. It's one of the best pitches in baseball. Super tough on lefties because of the splitter. So maybe the Twins do go right-handed heavy. And for Devin Smeltzer, speaking of right-handed heavy, as I said, this Blue Jays lineup, I mean, this is not an ideal matchup for Smeltzer. Jays are hitting the ball out of the ballpark. So are the Twins. I mean, there have been offensive fireworks in this series so far with the home run ball. But Smeltzer, Brandon, what do you expect? I was hoping 5 and 3 earned runs from Bundy today. I mean, is that reasonable for Smeltzer on Sunday?
Yeah, I guess you're just moving the goalposts, which is kind of funny because I think in CFL football, the goalposts are different than America. So no, pushing it back to Smeltzer, giving you that. I mean, it's certainly going to be a very difficult matchup for him. And if it goes poorly, it's not going to surprise anyone. But the guy's a fighter. You should never, ever count out Devin Smeltzer, no matter what's going on. So nothing will surprise me. But I think when you look at the matchup, it's not particularly favorable for Mr. Smeltzer. But neither was yesterday Kikuchi versus Chi-Chi, and they made it work somehow.
That's why we love this game. You
Yep.
never know what's coming next. It might be a different look for the Jays lineup. They've seen a lot of right-handed pitching here in this series so far. Giovanni Moran came in and pitched very well from the left side. So the changeup for Smeltzer will be important on Sunday, and the offense trying to get things going against Gausman. Brandon, thank you so much. We're split up at 1 series finale, the rubber match Sunday. I'll talk to you then, sir. Thanks so much.